Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're diving into a very sensitive yet important topic, how narcissistic abuse affects your libido. That is your sexual desire. It's a very important topic. It's oftentimes misunderstood. It's important to know how narcissistic abuse affects your intimate life and your well-being. Let's talk. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before I do continue, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box right below this video, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. I take telephone calls and video calls through Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. Also, the Royal We private membership is available where you can get daily support by me and a growing community of people around the world. There's a workout program that is custom tailored to help you get into the best shape of your life coming out of narcissistic abuse. There's fellowship once a week and so much more, all in the privacy of a members-only app. So head on down there and get started in the Royal We private membership. Now let's talk about what narcissistic abuse does to your libido. To begin with, the hallmark of a narcissistic person is that of neglect. Whatever it is you enjoy in life, a narcissistic person is going to neglect that. If you enjoy deep, meaningful, rich conversations, a narcissistic person is going to do anything to stay out of that with you. They'll play video games. They'll put on the football game. They'll watch TV, anything to stay in silence, knowing that you want to talk. The same is true with sexuality or intimacy or affection. You enjoy kissing. You enjoy hugging. You enjoy touching. You enjoy slow dancing and so much more because there's so much more to enjoy. But a narcissistic person is going to do anything to avoid meeting you in this place because you enjoy it. And when you're with a narcissistic person, you're never going to experience a relationship where your wish is their command. And some of you might want that. Two people together, your wish is my command. How can I help you to feel your best today? Because ideally, that's what a good intimate relationship is all about. Instead, with a narcissistic person, your wish actually becomes a weapon that they use against you. Now, this can be a painful experience for you. It can cause you to even start to suppress this normal, natural part of who God designed you to be. And in suppressing it, you can feel like you're losing your desire. You're turning it off for various reasons that we're going to talk about in this message. But you might feel like you're turning it off because of a fault of your own. There's something wrong with you. And that's not the case. That's the farthest thing from the truth. Also, it's important to understand that you're not really turning it off. Let's talk about what's really taking place. When it comes to suppressing your libido, your sexual desire, there's two things that are taking place that I want to cover with you in this message. The first one is the suppression is a reaction to the neglect. I'm going to say this again. Suppressing your libido, suppressing your sexual desire is a reaction to the neglect. It's a protection so that you no longer get hurt. It is a painful experience when you bring something that you really want to another person and they say no, and they starve you of that thing. It becomes a painful experience. And I've heard this as a coach from both men and women. There's an agonizing pain with the starvation. It's painful. It's literally painful. So as a way to avoid the pain of not getting what you want or need out of this relationship, you suppress it. You convince yourself that you no longer need it. You no longer try. You shut it off. I want you to imagine with me a child who wants nothing more than to spend time playing with their father, playing with their mother, but they're constantly being told no. Eventually, that child is going to stop asking to play. The child is going to suppress that desire and that need to play. Is it because the desire doesn't exist? No. It's because the child has become so full of the pain of hearing the words no that they've suppressed even asking. Worse than that, they've convinced themselves that they don't want to play, but it's not a true desire to no longer play. It's only out of a true desire to protect from the pain of not being able to get it, of that neglect. That's one issue. The other issue that you're going to experience is guilt. You might start to feel that your desire for sex is too much. This is also a natural response to experiencing the neglect, especially with narcissistic people, because oftentimes not only will a narcissistic person neglect your sexual needs, neglect your desire, but they'll demean it. They will demean you in the process with comments like, is that all you think about? Is that all you want? You want it too much, or you're expecting too much. And this causes guilt and shame to creep into your life. Guilt and shame over something that you truly are. Guilt and shame over the way God has designed you. You can start to feel like there's something wrong with you, which causes you to start to adjust how you view yourself. This is a very dangerous place for you to be in, to start to truly believe that your desire, which is normal and healthy and natural, is actually gross and too much and needy. It's not. You have to realize that it's only in this toxic relationship, and all of this is only out of a response to the neglect that you're experiencing. You're reacting to the narcissistic abuse. But here is the promising news for you. Are you ready? Your libido, your sexual desire, is still inside of you. Underneath that suppression, it hasn't gone anywhere. Although you've suppressed it as a protective measure to protect yourself from the hurt, it's still there, and it's hungrier than ever. It's just waiting for the opportunity to be presented with a good meal. Like anybody who has been starving, the hunger never truly goes, even if you convince yourself that you can do without, even though you can suppress the hunger, it's still there. And when a good meal is put in front of you, what's going to happen? You're going to dive in like a buffet. You're going to just get into it, right? The same is true with your libido. The same is true with your desire. Underneath the suppression, which has been nothing more than a defense protective measure that you've had to take in a toxic marriage or a toxic relationship, it's still a part of you, waiting for the opportunity to be fed. As a matter of fact, it gives you a newfound appreciation for it. You may not be aware of this, but as you have suppressed your libido, you've suppressed your sexual desire in this life, thinking that you're losing it, thinking that you don't need it. No. The truth is that you appreciate it more than ever. You see, part of your suppression is protecting it. You're protecting it from the wrong relationship. You're protecting this from the narcissistic person. You're protecting it because you're learning how to value it. You're starting to understand the value of your libido, the value of your sexual desire, the value of your love of touch and affection and communication and dancing and holding and connecting. You value it more than ever. That's a huge part of suppressing it. Suppressing isn't always pushing away. Suppressing is sometimes bringing it down into a place where it's protected because you are realizing how valuable it truly is. Now, while you may feel like this libido of yours, this sexual desire has all but vanished, it's diminished and it's gone, I promise you that it's not. It's lying and waiting. It's waiting for the right opportunity. It's waiting for the relationship where it can come back out and be explored and be shared. It's simply in protection mode right now. That's all. The added bonus to all of this is that you are raising your standards, whether you know it or not. You now know the signs because you've experienced narcissistic abuse of what neglect looks like. And you will never again allow yourself to enter into a relationship where somebody is not able to meet you and connect with you mentally, emotionally, and physically. You're going to recognize the signs early on of somebody who cannot connect with you through talking, who cannot connect with you through touching, through hugging, through slow dancing, through kissing. You're going to recognize the signs, and you're not even going to give that a second look or a second chance because you know where that leads, because you're experiencing the starvation of having entered into a toxic relationship with a narcissistic person, who has in fact already neglected all of your needs. So there's a benefit to having to protect this for a moment so that you can learn how to value it enough to set higher standards as to where you're going to allow it to flourish. As you heal from a toxic relationship with a narcissistic person, maybe after you get divorced or after you get out of that dating relationship, you're going to discover that your libido and your sexual desire, not only is it there, but it's stronger than ever because it is waiting and longing for that good, healthy relationship to flourish. As a matter of fact, you might find yourself having to hit the brakes on some of the relationships with some of the people that you are meeting. That is an indication that your libido hasn't gone anywhere. Your desire is still there, yet your value for it is so high now that you're willing to wait for the right partner. Sure, you'll explore kissing, touching, hugging, dancing, and these things are fantastic, but at the same time, your judgmental mentality is going to be on. You're going to be in this place of, is this person legitimate? Will they truly be able to keep up with my libido? Will they truly, lastingly be able to engage with me in this way that's super important? This is going to happen naturally, and you're going to hold out for that while you are expressing yourself through hugging, through touching, through kissing, through dancing. Again, you're going to value your libido more than you ever have, and this is going to protect you from narcissistic abuse. It's the value of your libido. It's the value of your sexual desire. And it's the experience of having it neglected and ignored. It's going to cause you to wait and hold out for the one who truly deserves it, truly wants it, and truly will be fulfilling in your life in this area. Remember that your journey in healing from narcissistic abuse and accepting your libido and your sexual desire as a part of who you are is a very personal journey. Be patient with yourself. No matter how hungry you are for this physical contact, or maybe you're still in a place where you are in suppressing it out of fear, out of wanting to protect it. Be patient with yourself, knowing that you are in this process learning how to value yourself and holding out for a relationship that's going to honor you, honor your wants, honor your needs. And likewise, you can honor their wants and honor their needs. This requires patience. It requires understanding. And ultimately, it requires self-acceptance. As I said before, I am here to support you. Down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one calls with me. Telephone calls and video calls are available. Additionally, the Royal We Private membership is available for daily support, not only by me, but a growing community of people around the world. So head on down there to the description box and find out more. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. If you're brand new to the channel, hit subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future Royal We content. Like this video, share it with somebody who needs to hear it, and I'll be back with more right here on the Royal We. Check out one of these videos recommended by the YouTube algorithm.